Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm going to pull over here and show you a couple things that I did to the bike. The bike being the CB650F. So first of all, I had a bit of an issue with the shifting, and I mean, don't get me wrong, this bike shifts buttery smooth, but sometimes what I do is shift up from first into second, and the pedal would hang up. And it's not because the return spring isn't strong enough, or maybe it's gummed up down here or whatever. The return spring is plenty strong. So I figured it's internal somehow. And what I did was, you see this little red piece here? Hope you can see that. That's a Racetorx Shifter Support on countershaft. And what it does is it stops any lateral movement of the countershaft when you're shifting. Because they say that the fork inside, I guess, if there's just a slight movement on the outside, the inside, it becomes more magnified, and it can cause shifting issues. So I was hoping that that would correct my issue, and you know, time will tell. The one thing I do notice is, even though this bike shifts really nice, I mean, apart from that one issue, it's so smooth. The shifts feel more positive. Maybe it's in my head, but anyway, that's what it's supposed to do, and I think that's what it's doing. So I thought I'd show you that. And that just gets bolted on. Can you see? There's a factory bolt there that holds on a little, kind of a U-shaped ring. And you remove that and just bolt this in. Comes with a new bolt. So that's one thing I did. Now, the other is it was time to flush the brake fluid. And so, like I did on the CRF, I got some speed bleeder valves. I think these are called Goodridge, I think. And you can get them for any bike, you know. They're sized correctly, and you leave the reservoir cover on when you're installing these, and then you unscrew the old bleeder, and then have a little rag handy because you might get a little leakage, and then screw these in. And these have a one-way check ball, and so when you're filling your reservoir, all you do is you crack that open as per usual, you know, quarter turn, half turn, whatever, and then keep on depressing your brake lever. Just keep depressing all the way, and then have your bottle of brake fluid ready, and just keep on filling it as you go, and just keep on squeezing your brake lever. No need to go down and tighten it, and you know. So I thought I'd show you that because it makes the job so simple. Yeah, and they're not that expensive. They're not expensive. So I think it's worthwhile. Anyway, jury's out on Shifter Support by Racetorx, but so far I think I like it. It comes ungreased. It has very precision needle bearings, and it's an absolute perfect fit on the shaft, so Racetorx does a good job. And then every now and again, you're going to have to re-grease that. But I suspect it's like once a year or so, you know. Just routine maintenance, no big deal. Yeah, I don't really know whether that any movement on that shaft is causing my shifter to hang up. It only hangs up from first to second, by the way, no other gear. And I had the same issue with the CRF 250L. And again, first to second, no other gear. And it's only sometimes, not all the time. Maybe 10%, no, not even that. Maybe 3% of the time. Something like that. So it's no biggie, you know. I mean, I lived with it with the CRF. But I thought, well, kind of strange that I had the same issue with this bike. And for a long time I thought it was me. Maybe I was shifting lazy or something, not shifting positively from first to second, because it's got to go through neutral. I did rotate the pedal downward a little bit, lowered it, so as to get a more positive shift up. But that didn't seem to do anything. So I thought I'd try that shifter support. I mean, you know, it's worth a try. Hey, another motorcyclist with a sidecar. I was going to say how cool is that, but I'm not sure I would want a sidecar attached to me. Well, like I say, I'm not totally sure about the Racetorx Shifter Support, whether that's worth it or not, but I am feeling more positive shifts. Crisper, I guess that's the word, you know. So glad I got that, but definitely I would recommend the Speed Bleeders in place of your regular bleed screws, and just leave them in the bike, you know, and then whenever you need to either bleed your brakes or flush, it's an easy peasy job. Usually everybody goes about it in that laborious way, you know, or they invest in a vacuum pump and so forth. But yeah, all you need is these screws, one-time investment. And when things are easy and quick like that, you're more likely to do it, right? And, you know, it's pretty important to change your fluid out every couple of years. And important to bleed your brakes if you need it. So if it's an easy job, you're more likely to do it rather than procrastinating. Anyway, you know what? I think that's all I got. You guys take care. Have a blast, and thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you on another one.